Howdy folks, my name's Alex, otherwise known as For the Z, and welcome to episode 61 of the Turner's Digest. As always, we'll start off with our disclaimer. I'm not a financial or tax advisor. This is not financial or tax advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, but please enjoy. Still making iterative improvements on the show notes, if anyone actually reads those. I think we get like maybe 20 clicks on them. Everything I talk about is in there if there's anything you want to read more on. So first off, we'll start with some housekeeping. As always, if you want to support me on Patreon, you can. The contribution starts as little as $1. You get access to lightning deals, which are things that are more timely and it can be shared out as a notification. You can also get access to the Discord, which is going pretty well. I've instituted like an introduction sort of thing, and I'm hoping that constitutes people to like be more friendly in there. I know it can seem like pretty daunting joining a Discord server, a bunch of weirdos or people that are very niche into a particular topic and probably are nerdy, and I don't know, it can be like socially awkward to talk in a Discord, but I like to hear some stories about the people that come in, so I ask them to say something about themselves. They're welcome to if they want to. You obviously don't have to when you join, but I like to think we're a very inclusive community, and we're welcome to all, so I hope to see you in there. Shout out to Not Sweaty But Heavy Lemons, my brother's band, intro and outro music. They just released a new single, 605. I actually really like it. I'm asking him to send me a copy of the file so I can put it at the end of the show. If you want to listen, just tune around until then, or you can just check them out on all streaming platforms. They are everywhere. As always, you're going to shout out the Cleed tier. So shout out to Kung Fuer, Cleed, Dion, Erica, Shu Hui, and Daniel for their contributions to the Cleed tier. And welcome to some new Patreon members, specifically new Discord members, TJ, MS Turner, and John. So welcome. A little hat tip to Every Penny Evan. He shared with me a clip that he made of my last episode of my CVS hacks at the end. It's kind of like just a clip of that section of the podcast, which is a little bit more consumable or shareable if you want to share that. It's in the show notes. Also, speaking of CVS, they're doing 20% off of gift cards, select gift cards, including like, I think it's like Amazon something. What the heck is it called? Did I open up this link? I don't think I did. $20 extra bucks for a zillion gift cards, which are valid on things like Airbnb, Lowe's, Amazon, and some other ones. And there's also like Uber gift cards, DoorDash gift cards. You get in a form of extra bucks, which comes as a coupon that you can use for a later shopping purchase, but I don't think you can use gift cards on that shopping purchase. And it's good for a month. So I definitely buy enough at CVS to warrant buying gift cards. Every time I go to CVS now, I go to their gift cards rack, and I'm like, I wonder what they got going on now. And that's a pretty good one. You can also obviously use a credit card that earns extra rewards on gift cards. And also someone in my Discord, I should go see who it was. Let me see if I can find him. It was Gavin. Shout out Gavin. Gavin shared that Rakuten often does in-store purchase offers. So if you go to Rakuten and add your card, I believe, and then activate the in-store purchase thing with Rakuten, so you get like an extra, 2 to 10% on that purchase, which you can get in membership rewards points if you want, on top of your credit card rewards of like 5% ish for health services if you have a card for that, on top of the 20% off for the gift card purchase of $100. And then when you use that $20 later, you can get like a CVS Health brand product, which gets 20% off of that because you're a CVS Extra Care Plus member. So the savings are pretty huge. And then finally, I just want to highlight that Dr. Credit made a post on Webull Premium versus Robinhood Gold bonuses and perks, which is a pretty good comparison, laying out like the membership fees, the interest rate difference, the IRA contribution match, the payout period, the IRA transfer bonus, the brokerage transfer bonus, the free margin, as well as the credit card offerings and the transfer fee reimbursement. I just thought it was interesting, funny timing, because episode 29 that I published on April 20th, I also discussed these exact differences between the two and compared them. So I guess like great minds think alike. All right, first category of my nicely organized show notes is credit cards. So there's a bunch of updates here. Let's just go through them. I need to move this to the other monitor. Hold on. First one is section on Citi. Oh, I just made my monitor so much better. Okay, so the first one is there's a Citi devaluation. Seems to only affecting the Citi Strata Premier right now. But it looks like from Doctor of Credit, the direct quote from Citi's verbiage is an important update to redeeming thank you points for cashback. We're writing to let you know that we're making changes effective 8/24/2025. The value for cashback redemptions to your thank you rewards account associated to your Citi Strata Premier will change. Current value is 10,000 points for $100. It will then be 10,000 points for $75. So that's a D value of 25%. Dr. Credit did see from Dan's Deals, so the real source is Dan's Deals, that they have verified with Citi that the Strata Premier or Prestige cardholders who have a double cash or custom cash card linked to the same Citi account will continue to be able to cash out value of one separate point even after the August 24th change. So it's weird that they're just carving out just the Citi Strata and the Premier. That's like their upper cards, I guess. So it's weird that those are getting less value for cash redemptions, but the other cards aren't. I know like the Citi Double Cash is considered a cash back card, so that makes sense, but it's like this weird combination of things that you can have. Like, I guess now that the Citi Thank You Plus card, is that what it was called? Citi Rewards Plus? I think it's Citi Rewards Plus. They gave you a 1.1x additional value. Now that that's gone, now you have the double cash as your like quote unquote extra value for redemptions, even though it's just one separate point. But it's interesting that Citi's doing this. I mean, Citi will Citi as always, and we'll see later that Citi will Citi as well. Speaking of, I kind of had this out of order. From Dr. Credit, new Citi Strata card will replace the Rewards Plus card. Benefits added and removed. So as I just hinted to or alluded to a second ago, the Rewards Plus card is going away and being replaced with the Citi Strata card. The $95 annual fee Citi Premier card was replaced last year with the Citi Strata Premier card. Earlier this year, Citi ports applications for the no-fee Rewards Plus card, which was announced in 2019 and is now being discontinued and replaced with the Citi Strata card. The new Strata card for existing Rewards Plus customers will be converted to new Strata card on July 20th, 2025, and will lose the special 10% rebate and roundup feature from the Rewards Plus card. Those who open the Rewards Plus card from July 20th, 2024 till July 19th, 2025 will continue to have access to the roundup feature and the 10% points back until July 19th, 2026. So at least they give you a year. I mean, it's the bare minimum they can do considering they're just gutting an extra 10% value that you used to get. And new applications for the Citi Strata card will become available later this year. Both cards now have no annual fee and 3% foreign transaction fee, 0% intro for 16 months. And other Citi Strata non-fee benefits include the sign-up bonus is 30,000 points, better than the 20 to 25,000 we've seen with the Rewards Plus. 10% rewards rebate feature and Rewards Plus card will not be featured on the Citi Strata card. The points roundup feature will not be featured on the Citi Strata card. Instead, the Citi Strata card will have 5x on hotel rentals, cars, and attractions booked with Citi Travel. I'm curious how Citi Travel Portal is. I know Chase isn't great. Amex is like fine. It kind of lags on anything I use it on. Capital One, in my opinion, is the best, and Bank of America is honestly it's fine. It just like works. That's all I'll say. I don't have any qualms. It's just old looking. This card also gets 3x in supermarkets, 3x in select travel or select transit and gas and EV charging stations, 3x on self-selected category of choice, including fitness club, select streaming services, live entertainment, cosmetic stores, barbershops, hair salon, or pet supply stores, 2x in restaurants, 1x in everything else. That's an interesting grouping. I think some of those weren't really covered by cards in the past. Let me see if there's this spreadsheet somewhere. Let me see if I can dig it up that broke out like all annual fee free cards and all categories and what cards earn what in that category. Now, let me continue reading this. Let me see if I can find that spreadsheet. According to Dr. Credit, bummer losing 10% roundup. Overall, the card is a solid no free card and for a non-hobbyist using one card for everything. Agreed. Let me see if I can go find the spreadsheet. Hold on. All right, I found it. Not exactly what I thought it was. It is specifically for the entertainment category. So also, I didn't realize that it's the same guy that makes a bunch of these spreadsheets that I've linked to before. So I've linked the U.S. airline cards, which is just like a spreadsheet breaking down a bunch of U.S. airlines and cards and their benefits for different categories. Not that one. A credit card guide to benefits, which is specifically like cell phone protection, extended warranty, those kind of benefits on over 100 cards. And now this entertainment breakdown one. These are all done by some guy named Jordan C. I think that they're pretty prevalent on our credit cards. I don't know what their Reddit name is, but huge shout out to Jordan C. He's contributed a lot to the community. And the reason why this reminded me of it was because the self-elected category is kind of entertainment-esque, like fitness clubs, select streaming services, live entertainment, cosmetic stores, barbershops, hair salons, pet supply stores. Those are all entertainment. Looking at this spreadsheet, live sports and live theater. I assume live entertainment will encompass both of them, but like these are like the weird things, right? So like Capital One Saver earns 3x, or Capital One Saver 1, which is now the Saver. Hasn't been updated in a little while. Earns 3x on live sports and live theater, but the Chase Freedom Flex often has like live entertainment, and they only do live theater, not live sports, as their bonus category. Custom Cash covers both. Elon Max Cash covers both. Andrews Federal Credit Union Supreme Rewards only does live theater. So this one I assume will cover both at 3x if you choose it. Fitness clubs is not an option on this spreadsheet. Select streaming services, also not an option on the spreadsheet. Barber salons, pet supply stores, also not an option on the spreadsheet. So a little bit different, but still cool to see a new entrant into the field, but it is sad to see the Rewards Plus. They did say, Dr. Credit said that, or Citi quoted in Dr. Credit said that if you applied for the Citi Rewards Plus card before July 19th, 2025, that hasn't happened yet, but I thought that they repealed that card and you can't currently apply for it. Citi Rewards Plus. Credit card. It's tough because you can't search the word plus on Google. This looks like it doesn't exist. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't exist. So don't know how you'd be able to be eligible for that if the card currently isn't available. Moving on. Next, Citi Advantage Executive 100,000 mile offer. So this has returned. The offer is 100,000 miles after spending 10,000 in 3 months with Citi AAA Advantage Executive Card. I've seen a bunch of like executive tags on people's bags in first class, and I'm wondering if you can get it without getting this card, or maybe it's just people's fly American a lot and just think this card is worth it. According to Dr. Credit, Citi made some major changes to the card, including annual fee increases and authorized fee increases, along with some additional credits. I don't think this card is worth long term, but if you can use the benefits in miles, then it's a good bonus in the card, and I don't see going higher in the future. We'll add it to the best card offers. Moving on out of the Citi bucket, now into the Barclays bucket. Barclays launched its version of the GM MasterCard that has a 30,000 points sign-up bonus after spending $1,000 in 90 days and 3x everywhere earning. Card says earn 3x points for every $1 on other purchases, including groceries, gas, restaurants, travel, and more. That is interesting. Let me see if I can read more about this. So you earn 7x on eligible GM purchases and 3x on all other net purchases. Let me see if I can find a value for these points. Okay, to quote RJ Financial, I found the post by the good doctor. So let's read this. 7x points on GM purchases, 3x points on all of the purchases, 0% intro APR for 9 months on GM purchases more than $500 within 30 days of account opening, 0% introductory APR for 6 months after GM purchases on more than 49. That's the same thing listed twice. I assume, I don't know. It's the same thing listed twice. Intriguing card if you're good at GM purchases. Points are worth 1 cent each towards a vehicle, and discount applies after negotiation. Also, you'd also get 6 months interest-free period or 9 months depending on when you opened. Oh, so it depends on when you open the card. So within the first 30 days of account opening, if you make a purchase at GM, it's 0% intro for 9 months. If it's after 30 days, it's 0% interest for 6 months. Unfortunately, this isn't as good as the GM card that earned 4x points on all purchases. Personally, don't think it's worth it. They had a 4x points. Marcus by Goldman Sachs. Where's the 4x points? Forex points on all the purchases, no annual fee. Wow. Dang. I mean, that was pretty great. I didn't even realize this card was a thing. It's a shame it's gone. Now it's 3x points. I guess if you are buying a GM car, not bad to do. I don't even know if you can put a lot of the GM purchase on a credit card. According to Dr. Credit Comments, Matt A says, if you finance with GM, you can do 4x points towards your loan too. I wish I knew that before I got my car, but I paid about $2,000 off my loan with this card. I could pay off my loan 6 months earlier, but I made more since to pay the interest for $1,000 and slow. I don't know what that means. I'm moving on. I'm bored already. All right, next, Barclay, 85,000 Hawaiian airline bonus. Earn 60,000 points when you spend $2,000 in the first 90 days, plus earn an additional 25,000 for a total spend of 4,000 in your first 180 days. I wonder if that's, I don't think it's an addition. So 4,000 in 180 for 85K. Annual fee of $99, 3x miles on Hawaiian, 2x on Hawaiian, 2x miles on gas, dining, grocery store purchases, 1x on all of the purchases. No FTFs, discount, award travel, share miles, ability to share your miles with friends and family, free for a check bag, $100 companion discount on each coach companion ticket for round trip between Hawaii and North America on Hawaiian Airlines on each account anniversary upon payment of annual fee. Better than the $70,000 offer. Probably last chance to get this bonus card with the Alaska merger. Agreed. If you're big into Alaska and you want some Alaska points and you're able to get a Barclays approval, good offer. Moving on. I already covered it. Hat tip to Miles Earn and Burn. If I just read more, I would have had my answer to the Forex points. Miles Earn and Burn said, the Marcus version of the card had a better bonus and earns 4x everywhere. The Marcus card will convert to the Barclays card soon, but the earning structure for the conversion is unclear. I assume you'll be forced to the new version. Next, moving on to B of A, Bank of America. They had a... Oh, is it back? Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it's gone now, so it is correctly expired. Bank of America was offering 75,000 miles for Alaskan Airlines business card. Spend 4,000 in how much time? It doesn't say. Spend 4,000, I assume, in 3 months, and get 75K miles and the companion fare. Nice. That's gone. Sad, but cool. Next, we have Bank of America Customized Cash Extended Warranty Experience. I just thought this was a good read. Someone had a pretty big win on their using extended warranty in their Bank of America Customized Cash card. This isn't necessarily a Bank of America feature. It's a Visa feature that is, because it's a Bank of America card. I'm assuming that they have a Visa Bank of America card. The process was to complete online through card benefit services. Let me see if they state if it's a Visa or MasterCard. No, they don't say. But it's always good to see that. I personally haven't used that before, but it's always good to see that it actually does work, and that's a good fallback. I made recommendations to family and friends before on like big purchases to just don't worry about the credit card rewards. Like if you're purchasing, I don't know, a fridge, you can get like an extra year warranty for free if you buy on certain credit cards. So sometimes that's worth it. Even if you're missing out on like $50 of rewards, sometimes that extra year of warranty is pretty useful. Next, we have Bank of America Airlines. Bank of America Alaska Airlines non-business has a 75K miles offer and companion fare. This requires $3,000 to spend in 90 months, and you also get the Alaska companion fee. The card earns 3x on Alaska, 2x on gas, cable service, streaming services, and local transit, including rideshare, 1x and everything else. 20% on Alaska in-flight purchases, priority boarding, 10% reward bonus on all miles earned from the card. If you have an eligible Bank of America account, no foreign transaction fees, free check bag, $100 off annual Alaska Lounge Plus membership, and then a bunch of other plethora of offers. This 75K, as Dr. Credit says, is not as good as the 70K plus 100K, but we're not sure if that's going to come back again. So if you're in the market for Alaska Air Miles, go for it. Next, we're moving on to Bilt. A bunch of updates for Bilt. Bilt adds Qatar Airways as a transfer partner, which is on our Bilt rewards. Then Bilt, yeah, that's the same thing listed twice, Alex. Bilt loses access to Emirates transfers on 5/27 until 6/19. That's really weird. Bilt will be pausing access to Emirates transfers from 5/27 until 6/19. City recently announced that on 7/27/2025, the transfer rate will be reduced from 1 to 1 to 1 to 1.08 to 1.8. Sorry, to 1 to 0.8. Chase and American Express are pausing transfers between 5/29 and 6/30. I wonder if there's like an upgrade that's going on with Emirates. Yeah, migrating their awards back into a new system. That's what I imagine too. Hopefully they don't lose anything. Sometimes those back-end changes can be pretty damning. Final thing with Bilt, the 1x Bilt point when paying rent using a credit card, which has a 3% fee. It was giving 1x on any credit card spend, and now it has changed starting July 21st. All cards apart from the Bilt MasterCard will earn 1 cent per point on $2 spend. Previously it was 1 per 1. That didn't last long. I think that it was like maybe a month until they took that away. Next, we got some Amex updates. Amex, Bluebird, and Serve to be discontinued in June 2026. I think this was heavily used for MS back in the day, or maybe still recently, but it's no longer being offered. I never really knew much about this. I think it was like a debit card. Yeah, you can unload Visa gift cards for free by loading your Bluebird prepaid card. Yeah, I remember those days back in the day. I remember reading about that and being like, that's crazy. I don't know what any of that is. And now full circle. It's gone. Next, American Express has increased the Hilton points offers again for the sign-up bonuses. The Hilton Honors Card earn $100K and $100 statement credit when you spend $2K in 6 months. The Surpass $150 waived fee, $130K when you spend $3K in 6 months. The Hilton Aspire $550 fee, which I have, $175 when you spend $6K in 6 months. Also comes with a free night certificate. Hilton Honors Business $195 fee, $175K when you spend $8K in 6 months, and get an extra $75K points when you spend an additional $2K in 6 months. Decent offers. The business card seems to be the best. Not horrible spend either. And if you dig through previous episodes, you'll find a good way to get some spend for those cards if you're in certain states. I'm also learning that Hilton points are kind of not really worth a lot. They're good if you like go to, I don't know, some remote island and redeem your points there. Because you can also use your points, like maybe your night stay is like 100K points. I have 200K points right now. I can get 2 nights and then use my free night certificate. And the value of the actual hotel could be like $600 a night. So decent value there. Next. Yep, that's just the Reddit post. Next, we have the Mesa card. I think I'd covered this before. No, I didn't. Mesa card. Earn points on mortgage payment, various freebies, plus 50,000 sign-up bonus points. I believe the sign-up bonus is gone now, which was... I'm reading people are getting crazy value out of this card, so let's talk about it. There's a new no-fee card that Mesa calls... no-fee card called Mesa, which earns points when you have a mortgage. There's also a free wholesale club membership, Lowe's $30 quarterly credits, and more. The sign-up bonus was 50K points when you spend 5K in 90 days. Card details. You don't actually pay your mortgage with this card. Just send in the mortgage details and get $1 per dollar, 1x per dollar of all the mortgage. I assume any taxes which are rolled into your mortgage earn 1x per dollar as well. There's a limit of 100K miles per year, which can be earned from mortgage payments. The big catch, you have to spend $1,000 each month in order to get the mortgage points credit. There's no annual fee and there's no foreign transaction fees. You also get $65 towards big box membership, wholesale clubs each year, $200 annual Thumbtack credit, $120 annual WAG pet care, $10 a month, $120 Farmer's Dog pet food, $10 a month. That's nowhere near enough to get Farmer's Dog. Farmer's Dog is expensive. $100 Armadillo home. Wow, I went. Okay. Home warranty, one-time $100 on your first accident claim, $120 Lowe's credit, $30 quarterly. This is for the first year only. 3x on home decor, home improvement, general contract, cable and streaming services, home insurance, property tax, maintenance, telecom, utilities, and daycare. 2x on groceries, gas, and EV charging. 3x on daycare is huge. 1x on everywhere else. 1x on mortgage payment when you spend $1,000 each month. Points redemption. Points can be spent at 1.3 cents a piece through their travel portal, 0.8 cents towards gift cards, 0.6 cents for statement credits. They also offer redemptions for closing costs on mortgages behind their marketplace, so you have to have their mortgage through them. You can also transfer to Accor at 1.5 to 1, Air India 1 to 1, Finnair, Hainan Air, Thai Air, and Vietnam Air for 1 to 1. Kind of great benefits. Obviously, you have to have your mortgage with them. Obviously, you have to spend $1,000 a month, but some pretty good value add there. Next, there have been some sad updates to the small fee waiver. So the reason why my Patreon's $1 a month is because there's a lot of credit cards that give free waivers. So, and what that means is if your balance closes at, like, for some it's $1 or around $1 for some credit card issuers. For some it's $2 or less or $1 or less, and they'll just waive the balance. So, like, for me, I have my Goldman Sachs Apple Card. I charge a Patreon to that. It's $1, and it gets waived every time. There's a couple other ones that do it as well. Discover does it, but I use my Discover card. Looks like Wells Fargo has stopped waiving that balance. And then Dr. Credit also made some updates to say that Dr. Credit has started to stop forgiving, but there's still a bunch. There's Apple Card, which I think actually the Apple Card I do the 99-cent iCloud subscription. Barclay will forgive one or less. Best Buy City Card, Capital One, a bunch of others. No big major ones, but hey, if you want to get free Patreon subscription and give money from the bank directly to me, I'll take it. Next, a whole bunch of Chase updates. I have Uber Eats getting delivered in like 15 minutes, so rip my food. It's going to be sitting outside. Chase, there's a bunch of updated rumors for the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. They're rumored to announce the details on June 17th and go live on June 20th. And apparently, those who have the card currently will have an elongated period of time to decide if they want the new ones or like what to do. Nothing super set in stone yet. There's also a rumor that Chase is going to remove the 1.5 cent per point benefit on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which would be insane. According to rumors, Chase will be removing the ability to redeem points from 1.5 cents per point from the Chase travel portal. Points earned before the cutoff date will be eligible to be redeemed until sometime in 2027. I haven't been able to confirm these changes with any of my own sources with Chase, so it's unclear how reliable this information is. That's from Dr. Credit. There's also a Reddit thread that it originated from, I believe. And then also there are, I think I already discussed the rumors of the changes in the rewards. There's an update from yesterday. The rumors out there are that we'll have more details on the changes coming June 17th, and the changes will go live either June 20th or 21st. Also, the significant part of the old program will be grandfathered for a significant amount of time for the existing cardholders. Happy tip to Miles Earn and Burn from Dr. Credit. And then also on our Chase Sapphire, some ad rep at June Gao is posted a sneak peek of a behind-the-scenes video of an ad for the new card for Chase. It's crazy that it's like, this is content for a ad for a credit card that hasn't been announced yet. It's like a teaser. It's a teaser for a card that's not yet announced. I don't know what Chase is doing. I'm anxious to see. I'm not big in the Chase game, so it won't really impact me, but sure. Next in the Chase news, Chase Inc. reward structure changes. They are removing the 5% category for internet, cable, and phone services. That stinks. They changed 5% for office supplies to 3%. They added 3% at hardware and home improvement. They increased the 2% gas and restaurants to 3%. Losing that internet, cable at 5% kind of hurts. You can get it at US Bank or Elon, but I'm sure a lot of people are using that card specifically for that. Next, the Chase Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card has an increase on a bonus of 5 free night credits up to 50,000 points each. That's when you spend 5K in 3 months. So those are super lucrative. The annual fee is $95 and not wait for the first year. It's valuable because there's not any sort of restriction on when or where the free night credits can be used, and you can also top up the free night certificate with points if they cost more than 50,000 points per night, if they cost more than 50,000 points per night, up to 15,000 points per night. According to Duck Credit, it's the best variation that we see. Normally, when it's flat points, they only do 100,000 points, and this is a public offer, and we'll add it to the best credit card bonuses. Next, Duck Credit and our credit cards are reporting that Chase is in their app allowing you to move credit line, so you can move credit between one card to another just through their portal. I think it's actually on the web. Nice little feature. Sometimes you can do it if you call up, and some banks don't offer it, but they do offer it. Also, Chase is offering a business version of the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. So I guess cool for those that want business cards. Final Chase thing here. Chase Sapphire cards are seeing an option to redeem points on premium travel for 2.25 cents per point. This is targeted and only for specific travel, but check and see if you have the offer. Pretty good value if you have travel coming up that you need a book. Next is an update on the PayPal. I think it's like PayPal's PayPal offers a credit line that you can use when you're buying things on PayPal. They're converting that automatically for people to a MasterCard, and now they're offering that MasterCard outright, which is a little weird because they already offer a credit card. They already have a PayPal card, so now they have two competing products. Also, hat tip Cleed for that one because he brought that one to my attention. Next, an update to the Care credit card on our credit cards. I know this is a niche card, but a lot of people don't keep around. I have one on my stock chart, and this is a crazy case when vet surgery comes up. I received an email this morning that they will update point earnings. Forex points at stores and health, at pet stores and health and wellness is pretty sweet. If you have pets, you know the expensive food can get. Prior to this change, you used to earn 2x points on pet stores, health and wellness, and groceries. Then it was 1x on everything else. So now it's 4x on Care credit network provider purchases under $200, health and wellness pet stores, 3x points in grocery store and restaurants, and 2x points everywhere else. You will continue to receive promotional financing on purchase of $200 or more in your Care network at select retailers. However, August 1st, 2025, such purchases will no longer earn rewards. That doesn't sound great. I guess you used to earn points on in-network purchases for the insurance, for like vet coverages, but now they're no longer earning that. Interesting. But you are getting 4x on like pet stores and wellness. Cool. Can't imagine a lot of people have that card. Next, Discover announced their Q3 categories, which is gas, EV, public transit, and utilities. I keep a tracker, which is the source document for the tracker is exclusive to the Patreon, but I share screenshots of it, so there isn't really a benefit there. This is the first time that we are seeing utilities on a Discover card. We have had transit once prior, back in 2024 Q2, and gas is a staple on this card. It's 4 times in Q1, 5 times in Q2, and 3 times in Q3. And this is again in Q3. Next, I recently applied for some cards. So recent podcasts have said I'm not going to apply for cards, but look at me applying for cards. Decided to apply for the City Shop Your Way card, which offers some random, really high cash back offering. So it's like spend $1,000 in online shopping at $100, and they're kind of easily gameable. So I applied at 924 status, which I had 9 applications in the past 24 months. The application went pending. I unfroze my Equifax, but they actually wanted Experian. So I went and unfroze Experian and called them up. And I got a city rep on the phone, and they were like, "Oh, I'm happy to say you've been approved." Got approved with the $4,000 credit limit. The sign-up bonus is spend $1.5K in 90 days for a $225 sign-up bonus. I think it technically is like spend $750 and get, no, what is that? What is it? Spend 500 and get 75. I think it's what it is. You can do that 3 times. I applied on the 2nd of June, and I still don't have the card. It's been 10 days. So City will be City as I promised. Next, I got a referral link that had $250K plus $500 in travel credit on the American Express Business Platinum. And I figured I'd try and apply, and I forgot that I'm in pop-up jail. So I just didn't go ahead with any tricks there. And then it's Father's Day coming up, and I decided to get my dad something from J. Crew. And it's a pretty big purchase. And I shop a lot at J. Crew, as we discussed in my end-of-year spend analysis. I think I spent like over $1,000 at J. Crew last year. But now to feed that addiction, I opened up a J. Crew credit card. That's through Synchrony. There used to be a way to apply for store cards and not get a hard pull and just do a soft pull. But for this card, it used to be offered through Commentity, and it's no longer offered through Commentity, and they switched to Synchrony, I think, started this year. And I think because of that, they no longer do that. I can't like open the card in the checkout flow. I have to go over to Synchrony and open it. But now I was at 1024 and they pulled TransUnion and they approved me for a 3,200 credit limit. With them, it's kind of cool. They give you a temporary card in the form of a in the form of a barcode that you can use in store at J. Crew, and you get a temporary credit card number. I tried adding it to Apple Pay. It doesn't work, which is not surprising to me. But it's cool that I can use it immediately. It is annoying though that you get a promo code when you open up the card to get 20% off of your total purchase. I'm not getting a huge sign-up bonus for this, but I shop at J. Crew a lot, and they often do 20% off your whole purchase. So this will help. If I spend $1,000 a year, 20% off, that'll be $200 a year just for this card, which has no fee. So not too bad for me. But it's when you open up the card, you get 20% off, and it was like JCC welcome. And the offer wasn't working. So I had to like chat with an agent and ask them to manually apply it. And they were like, oh, the promo that's currently running doesn't normally work with a credit card promotion, but I'll do it this one time. And I also have student status with J. Crew. So I was like, is there any chance you could also toss the student discount on there, pretty please? And they were like, oh yeah, sure. So I got like 47% off of this nice jacket that I've been wanting to get for him. So I'm actually super excited about that. And I'm excited to get the credit card image too. All right, enough about me. I don't think I opened this link properly. No, but the credit card recommendation flowchart on our training has been updated. If you want to take a look at that, super useful resource. Now we're going into a Capital One area, and there was a big news that happened with Capital One. So let's talk about some stuff. First, the new Saver card, the $95 annual fee Saver card that you used to have that's no longer available. It's a metal card, and they recently sent out an update, and it's essentially the Capital One Venture X card, but just in orange. And I actually think it's really striking. I didn't like their transition to like just all basic, this like gradient, but I think it looks really good, especially in metal for some reason. The little like iridescent dots that are on their cards look pretty. Next, as you all have probably heard, Venture X holders are no longer getting access to their lounges for free. So let's look directly at what Capital One stated in their letter, because Dr. Credit also shared it. Capital One is saying, additional cardholder access changes. Beginning February 1st, 2026, additional cardholders on Venture X accounts will not automatically have Priority Pass Lounge access. They used to get that for free, which was kind of crazy because their additional cardholders are free. Primary cardholders can pay an annual lounge access fee of $125 per additional card member to maintain their lounge access. This will grant additional cardholders access to Capital One lounges, Capital One Landing, and Priority Pass lounges. I prefer that over just charging a flat fee for an additional authorized user on the card. So that's kind of a plus, but it sucks that this was offered and they're taking it away. You can still keep or add additional cardholders without lounge access for no fee. Exactly what I just said. If you wish to add lounge access for an additional cardholder, you'll have the option to do so beginning February 1st, 2026. That's when they'll lose access. Guest access changes. This is also new. Priority Pass lounges. Beginning February 1st, 2026, guests of the Venture X cardholder will no longer receive complimentary access to Priority Pass lounges. At this time, Venture X primary cardholders and eligible additional cardholders can bring guests to Priority Pass lounges at a rate of $35 each per visit. So you don't get guests anymore, which sucks. I'm guessing that Capital One just wants more cards to be opened, because why would you open a card when your P2 can just come in for free? Let's get them a card. Capital One lounges and landings. This one kind of hurts. Beginning February 1st, 2026, again the same date, guests of Venture X card will no longer automatically receive complimentary access to Capital One lounges and landings. Primary cardholders and eligible additional cardholders that spend at least $75,000 across their Venture X account per calendar year can bring up to 2 complimentary guests. So this is the same thing that the American Express Platinum does. Cardholders who spend the $75,000 threshold beginning in 2025 calendar year, complimentary guest access is valid for the calendar year in which the $25,000 spend occurs and the following calendar year. So if on January 1st you spend $75,000, you get it for that full year and the full next year. So that's nice. Venture X primary cardholders and eligible additional cardholders can continue to receive discounted pricing of $75 per guest per visit, and will now receive an additional discounted rate of $25 per visit for guests 17 and under. Children under 2 remain free. All that really hurts, especially because I've made recommendations to this card to like friends and family, and now getting like a rug pull, it just hurts. They're going the Amex way. I think it sucks. I think that they should give access to guests just for Capital One lounges, because it's a Capital One card. I get like Amex doing the same thing, but I don't know. Don't go the route of Amex. There's also a summary in our churning. There's an our churning discussion, and our Dr. Credit post, as well as someone summarized which Priority Pass cards still offer guest access. And it looks like for some reason the link didn't work. Let me see. Let me see if I can find this comment. It's not. So the cards that still offer, the commenter asks, is the Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite card now the only card that doesn't charge you for authorized users and give them Priority Pass access? Someone replied, the Ritz-Carlton from Chase doesn't charge for authorized user and gives Priority Pass too. And then also, technically, PRE gives you 4 Priority Pass members to anyone you want, and 0 for yourself, and 4 to complete strangers. Correct. You don't have to have a authorized user for it. So there's options out there, but we're dwindling down. I mean, hopefully we'll be less bombarded in lounges and won't have to wait for a super long time to get in, but we'll see if that actually trickles down to that effect. Next, technically not a credit card, but still putting it in this category. Future Card is offering a $30 per day rental at Hertz for EVs. This applies to luxury ones like Teslas and doesn't change based on location. Dr. Credit reports that they just secured a 1-week rental for $245 in New York City, which is wild. Obviously, using a debit card, you lose fraud protection as well as credit card insurance. So all you have to do is use a particular code at Hertz and then check out with your Future Card, and you'll get $30 a day for EVs. I have a trip coming up to Portland, Oregon, and I tried to use it there, and the Hertz there, it's through Hertz, doesn't offer EVs, so I wasn't able to use it. I'm kind of sad. Also, in crazy news, Walmart's credit card has decided to go back to Synchrony. They went from Synchrony to Capital One because they sued Synchrony. Then they left Capital One because they sued Capital One. And now they're going back to Synchrony. I think it'll be issued through their OnePay app, and then Synchrony will manage the back end of it. But crazy they're going back to it. Next, Cardless and Coinbase have joined together, which is 2 unlikely combos. I guess they're kind of likely, but I didn't expect them to be together, for a new Coinbase One card where you can earn up to 4% Bitcoin back on every purchase, and how much you earn is dependent on how much you have staked within your Coinbase account. So you can earn 2%, 2.5%, 3%, 4%. I assume 2% is the base, 2.5% if you hit a certain threshold, 3% if you hit a certain, 4% if you hit a certain. Very similar to the Smartly card. What I think is interesting is the card is metal, which I love. It does come with an annual fee, and on their mobile site, it says that the card is exclusively available to Coinbase One members, which is a $300 annual membership. But on the mobile site, it says annual membership starting at $49.99 a year will be available to all customers soon. While on the desktop, it doesn't say that. The card looks pretty striking. I'm definitely going to get this card. It's stainless steel, it weighs 17 grams, and it's provided by American Express. So Cardless does have a partnership with American Express, and they let you issue they can issue American Express cards on their network. So look forward to that. I don't think the card will actually be useful, but I want that card image, so I will be opening it. I also forgot to mention that the card is in waitlist and is not out until like fall. So I kind of hate when they do that. I guess Robinhood started that trend, and now everyone's following it. All right, finally on to the bank account section. First one we have is there's new form of Wealthfront referrals. So it comes in the form of 0.5% APY boost and 0.5% of a deposit match. So they have some FAQs. What is the maximum amount I can receive as a matching deposit? The maximum amount you can get is $500. So if you deposit $100,000, you'll get $500 as the max. There's also a 3-month window for you to deposit. How is the investing deposit match apply if I have multiple individual invest accounts? The deposit match payout will be made to the taxable individual investing account that had the highest net deposit during the 3-month period. How is the investing deposit match paid out? The investing deposit is paid out in 3 equal parts in quarterly installments, starting your first business day after 3 months the window is closed. I didn't realize that it was into the investment account. Let me check something. Yes, so it has to be into your investment account, but the cash bonus for the 0.5% APY is still just straight cash. So it's basically what they had before, plus they're promoting their investment part. Next, it's expired now, but there was a targeted Capital One $600 business checking account bonus, which the promo was Biz Check 600, deposit $10K in 30 days and maintain a balance of $10K plus for 60 of the first 90 days of account opening. So I assume it's 30 plus 60 equals 90. And then complete 10 eligible transactions, not including debit, need to be ACH debits or credits, and a few other options. Great bonus. It has a $15 monthly service fee, which was waived at a $2,000 minimum, which you'll have with the $10,000. Also, don't believe it earns any interest. So, actually, it wouldn't be great because there's no interest in its checking account. Buns. In terms of other bank bonuses, we have a Wells Fargo $400 checking bonus, which requires $3,000 in direct deposits. Previously, it was $325, which I went for $1,000 direct deposits. Now it's $400 for $3,000 direct deposits. And I'm pretty sure they're pretty lenient on what qualifies a direct deposit. Let me wait for this huge page to load from Dr. Credit. Yes, very lenient. American Express counts, Cash App counts, Citi counts, Fidelity looks like it counts. And then finally for bank account bonus, the Discover Savings account, $150 or $500 bonus is back. The $500 bonus is when you deposit $50,000 within the first 30 days. And the cumulative deposit still works. You can push in and out $1,000 50 times to reach 50K in 30 days and get your bonus. All right, that's it for brokerages. Now into our last section, deals, and then we're finally done. Okay, I lied. There's actually brokerage bonuses. So there's a Webull brokerage bonus, which is, let me read this before I start yapping. There's a new bonus, allegedly, that's up to 30,000 points plus 8.1% APY plus Wall Street Journal subscription. So if you net qualifying deposit $10,000 or more, you get a Wall Street Journal subscription for 12 months. If you deposit $2K, you get $200, $10K, $400, $25K, $750, $100K, $2K, $1 mil, $10K, $5 mil, $30K. And then if you make a deposit of $100 or more, you get a 30-day premium voucher. So that's Webull Premium. I haven't seen this additional 8.1% APY. I personally love Webull since I've been booted off of Robinhood, and on Robinhood, there's been a mass wave of shutdowns that just went around, and they seem to be pretty strict. They are, if you have crypto or individual investment account, they are liquidating your account without your consent, just selling all of your shares. For the IRA, they are not selling it, thankfully. They're letting you ACATs out. But that's horrible. I don't know how that's legal. I guess it's in their terms of service. They can terminate your account and liquidate your assets. But that's crazy because you now owe capital gains tax on whatever's in there. Also, it's hard getting the funds out after shutdown. Like the shutdown that I had was much more lenient. I was able to transfer things out pretty seamlessly. And they didn't liquidate my assets. But just keep in mind, if you're doing some tomfoolery in Robinhood, don't keep real assets in there because they can just shut you down and liquidate your entire account. All right, now we're actually onto deals and other section. Some small updates for Clear. There's a free 2-month membership of Clear with code STAPLES-MAY25. You can enroll until June 14th, so you have 2 more days to use it. Next, Clear is increasing pricing to $209 instead of $199 or $189. It was $199. It was $189, then $199. Now it's $209, and Amex is matching the benefit to pay it off still. Next, there's a Raisin Save Better and Top Cashback offer. So Top Cashback is offering $150. Let's see if this is still going. It is still going. They're offering $150 when you deposit $10K for 21 days, and it stacks with the $500 bonus when you deposit $50K for 90 days with code BOOST. Do they offer APY? They do offer a competitive APY. So this is a decent offer if you have a bunch of funds you want to send around. Next, Groupon has a Costco membership for a $50 shop card when you open up a new account. If you open up the executive membership, you'll get a $100 off, $200 coupon. I've already talked about this in the past. If you don't have a Costco membership, this is a good time to open one. Also, Costco is adding new benefits. They're adding some additional benefits for executive members, including extended shopping hours for an extra hour on all mornings from 9 to 10 for executive only, a $10 monthly credit for Costco orders on Instacart of $150 more. That one's kind of tough because they upcharge things on there, and additional savings on several Costco services, including, I think there was like pet insurance, and there was another one. So I personally am still using my mom's Costco membership. I should probably get my own, considering I shop there frequently and she gets all my executive additional points. Next, this was a lightning deal, but has since expired. Top Cashback was offering $5 off when making an order on Uber Eats. Didn't have to be your first order, and it was for 1 day only. Speaking of Uber Eats, there were also Uber Eats gift cards at Dr. Credit. I don't think I have it in here. But they were offering $100 Uber Eats gift cards for $75 at Costco. I bought one of those, and I get Uber Eats stuff all the time, like coupons, or just Uber coupons all the time. Like I just ordered, after this, I have some Uber Eats that are downstairs for me to eat, but I got 2 chicken bento boxes and 2 California rolls. I don't love California rolls, but there was a deal. Both of them were buy one, get one free. So I got 2 chicken bento boxes and 2 California rolls, which come in 8 for $25 delivered with tip. That's a fantastic deal in my world. In addition, I got the gift cards at Costco for 25% off. So that comes down to, it's not command space. Let's see if we want to work today, times 0.75. Come on. So $19 for 2 meals, $8. Still a bit more expensive than cooking at home, but hey, I got a podcast to record tonight. All right. People need me to yap for a while. That Costco deal for $75 off of $100 gift cards, as well as the, there was a DoorDash gift card. Where was that? There was a $100 DoorDash gift card for $80 at Costco. That was also a lightning deal. That's in store only. I think it's still going on. All right, next, Simon Malls will stop selling gift cards. I don't know if that was super lucrative, to be honest. Simon Malls is like a big conglomerate of malls where you can use their gift card in their malls. You can still buy them online, but they're no longer offering the gift card. Oh, no, excuse me. Update. An email went out today that online Simon gift card sales will close down as well. They were no longer selling them in volume and in person. Now they're no longer online. Next, there is a software breach class action lawsuit that you can be a part of. you are able to claim until August 29th. The payout is, I think it was like $80. Let me see if I can find the estimate. Cash payment. Instead of selecting cash payment A without providing documentation, you must submit a claim to receive a cash payment in the estimated amount of $75. This is specifically for $20 million against a bunch of healthcare services for leaking your personal information. Sick. Might as well sign up for it because the data is already out there. Next, Disney Plus announced Disney Plus Perks. It's a different website, kind of weird, but it's like DisneyPlusPerks.com. You go there and you can get 3 months of clear trial membership. You can get 6 months of DoorDash or Dash Pass on DoorDash, as long as you have not been a subscriber in the last 3 months. You can get 2 months of Super Duolingo trial membership, which is all AI slop now anyway. 20% off Adidas.com or their app. 15% off Funko. 15% off Loungefly. It's just nice. You get free benefits. So, thanks, Disney Plus. Next was just an example of why I think our credit cards is much better than our churning. People are way nicer there. And I think it's also similar to my Discord compared to others' Discords. I think it's a very open space and people feel welcome to just chat and won't feel like they're going to get like a spoon emoji saying that you're being spoon fed. Just be friendly and be nice on the internet. This person said they have a $12,000 upcoming purchase, looking for a new card with a sign-on rewards, and I'll pay off the $12,000 immediately. And like, yeah, you could probably Google that yourself, but some people want to have a conversation about it. And surprisingly, this had 89 upvotes on our credit cards. Like if this was in the questions thread or the discussion thread on our churning, I don't think it would go very well. But some good discussions in here. People recommending business cards, other high sign-up bonus cards that are available right now. Next, I thought it was dead already, but PayPal Bill Pay is fully dead now. Like most grandfathered credit card payments are gone from there. So Ripple legendary era. That started, again, from my awareness, through Enzo being able to do PayPal Bill Pay with Enzo and get 2% cash back on it. That was the OG. RIP. Shout out Jeremy. Next, Target is giving a $10 bonus gift card on select $100 one-for-all gift cards. Didn't intrigue me because 10% off isn't great, but you can also resell all these gift cards I'm talking about and get a decent profit on it. Next, my Wisdom Tree $100 bonus posted, and that was just for depositing $1,000. I opened the account. This is expired now. Opened the account in April, deposited $1,000 at $10, kept it there for 2 months. I think it was $45 and then 45 days, and then I got $100 rewards in the account. I've already withdrawn it, and the account's now empty. Also, you can get $20 discount on your Verizon account. So if you go to Dr. Credit, there's great details on this, and I would definitely do this if you have a Verizon account because Verizon is expensive as hell. You need the Verizon app. I'll read you what Dr. Credit says. Go to Verizon app, go to the account icon in the bottom of the page, get edit profile and settings, go to account settings screen, scroll down to security section and click number lock. On the number lock screen, turn off number lock for each line. If it's already off, that's fine. Go back to account settings and click number transfer pin. For me, I didn't even have to click generate number transfer pin. And they say that in a few days, you'll get offered a discount. For me, when I went to the number transfer pin at the top, it said, we don't want you to go, here's $20 off of your monthly bill for 12 months. And you just click it and you get an immediate discount. Definitely take a peek because why not? Verizon is expensive. Next, dwindling down here, there's some good bonuses on the United, Alaskan, and Delta shopping portals. Specifically, if you just spend a certain amount, you get some bonus points. I haven't dove in there, but figured I'd share. Next, or almost done, First Tech Federal Credit Union has a new $300 checking bonus, $300 saving bonus, and $200 debit bonus. The $300 checking is open up the account and do $5,000 of direct deposits in the first 3 months. The savings is $300 for a $20,000 average balance for 90 days. And they pay out, I believe, like 5% on their savings account. So pretty competitive, or like 4%, sorry. And then 5% cash back on $200 up to $200 on debit card purchase for the first 30 days. So it's $4,000 to spend required. And I'm sure you can find some ways to do some manufactured spend with that debit card and just get the bonus. I've already done a First Tech federal bonus, and it was pretty lucrative for me. And it's available nationwide as well. So go for it. And finally, there was also a Lightning deal, which is now expired. I think it's expired. Let's take a look. Amazon was offering $100 Lyft gift cards for $85, but also stacked with Shop Your Way points. So I got 40% off of my purchase plus the $15 off with Lyft because I had a membership rewards points. Actually, it was 30% off of up to 100. So that came out to $55 for a Lyft gift card of $100. Crazy deal. And I Lyft decently frequently. And this is still active, so definitely take a look. I can share the details actually that I shared in the Lightning deal on the show notes because the offer's still going. So take a look in the show notes if you'd like to see that. And as always, thank you very much for listening. Thanks for following. Thanks for the kind words. I appreciate everybody that says anything ever. And please stick around and listen to 605 by Heavy Lemon. Thanks as always, and have a good one, y'all. Peace. Quick addendum. I have the audio for Heavy Lemon, if you're still here. It's loud, but I don't want to alter it because I don't want to change the audio. So just adjust your speakers accordingly. It's loud. All right, peace.